Welcome. Actually, that's the wrong splash. I shouldn't be using that because it's not 318.0 anymore. That's correct. We are at 3.18.2. Past 2 wipes and 2 big sets of fixes for the game. Hopefully, we are in a better spot than we've been in the past. This is my first login since I actually took a week off for my sister's wedding. So it's my first login since either patch has come out. And it's time to restart our progress. This time I think we are without the aid of the Vulture or any of the salvage stuff, which was too bad. That was fun. But yeah, let's go into the PU. Let's begin inquadening. Actually, I'm just going to take this. That's close enough. Let's get some hair. Hair, please. No. Maybe. No. 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 Definitely not. George Clooney and Batman Forever. K-pop band. Hey, that's probably fine. All right, except listen, wearing a helmet the whole time anyway, right? Okay, we're gonna be in. Remember last time I wasn't able to select where I wanted to start, so I do want to be in Crusader. Right, let's give it a try. We'll do server location best. Actually, no, let's do USA. Let's try to stay on the same shard, because I was not super impressed with persistence. For me, yes, confirm. As great as persistence was in some ways, right? Like all the wrecks and stuff lying around. It was crazy that, like, when I needed persistence the most, it didn't work for me, right? Like, some of the salvage stuff worked. Like, the 30k protection worked. I just didn't realize it went back to my home base at ArcCorp. But, like, when I lost my other ship, right, I couldn't go, when I had the Freelancer Max, which I think we still have, you know, and then I couldn't go and do anything, right? I was, like, looking for it, wasn't there. My body despawned at one point and lost some gear, right? All that stuff is supposed to not happen with persistence. And I know it's not like full, true, awesome persistence, partly because you have to land on the same shard and same server. Which is why I'm going to try really hard to stay in the same region. And I guess we're loading. I could put the frame counter up, but I did that a lot already. There's that Orison music. So, before we do anything, let's turn this up a tiny bit, since the game's going to be caching a bunch anyway. Audio. I mean, that's pretty good. Let's, head around, try that. Alright. Orson, it is nighttime. Looking good. CPU usage 100%. Alright, Purgledo. A little bit of stutter there on the UI. Okay. 94 on the server. I have no friends on my list yet. I don't think anybody has been able to play much recently. But our contacts manager. Lots of this stuff. Retrieval op. People are saying there are some bugs with these delivery missions, so not to take them. I don't know if that's also true of delivery op missions. Members missing. Here's disposal. Right, I think it's like these deliveries where you just go pick something up and move it. And then, like, these things. Actually, this is all at Gundo. This is all the Kovalex stuff. So, one problem that happens is the security work assessment NPCs aren't spawning in. At least that's what they say on their notes. And that leads to another problem, which says that the security contractor evaluation is not always re-offered upon failure. So I'm going to accept this. Let's get it out of the way. Let's test it out. Let's see if I encounter that bug. Call to arms. Mostly because I want to begin working my rep back up here. And I know that this is like my, yeah, this is my typical start, right? This is kind of how I always begin. which makes it less interesting, perhaps, for those of you who tuned in when I first finally was able to get into 318 after about a week of being unable to. But I think it's important to try to at least unlock the mercenary missions today, because hopefully we're not going to have any more wipes between here and possibly even 4.0. 319 is coming next month, probably like 3 to 4 weeks away, and that's going to be when they also do Invictus. Game's looking good. I mean, not seeing any graphical problems. Probably keeping my settings from before, so I'm not going to change anything up. Yeah, let's go ahead and load in the inventory. So all my stuff should be here now, all my fanciness.
The shuttle is preparing
I have all these weird placeholder things. Picos and cocks and whatever else. Chickens. Chicken cocks, not obviously. Alright, so we'll not worry about any of this. Let's go get... I just missed the shuttle. Actually, let's go see if I can nab some Crusader gear upstairs. I have a feeling somebody's probably already done this, but it might not have happened, in which case we can go and get like a free set of Crusader armor. Yeah, Orson's running really well. This feels really smooth to me. And that's with everything still being cashed in. That's the ships, the ramps and elevators on one of the Hercules over there. Boop, roof, please. I mean, the patch has been out for about 24 hours, so if nobody's stripped these guys' armor, then, you know, we're really lucky, I suppose. Yep, they all look naked.
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
Yeah, it's too bad. But what I can do is run over, get some of this sweet Crusader armor from
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
The platforms real quick. I'll do that. It's nighttime, nothing to look at here, nothing to watch.
Shuttle will be departing.
I'll just quickly pause the recording and come back to you in a moment. Alright. There we go. Oops, that's not the button I wanted. Got some armor. Got some nice Crusader security heavy armor. Not the elite armor yet. Have to look around for that. But that should be good enough to make us survivable in a bunker. Somebody's definitely been out here, by the way, looting. Ooh, there's a gun. I was wondering. Good. Now, do you have any P4 rounds? No, I don't think so. But I can just get some back at back at home. I will take these, however. This is great. I'm gonna just like load up on this gear here. I can't take any of the P. That's fine. We'll survive. I'll take the LH-86 stuff. All right, good enough. So I've got my my gun for the morning and my armor for the morning. Now let's go get our work assessment done. Although we might be waiting for a while for the train. Yeah, this is nifty, right? You get some good stuff here. Wait, wasn't there sometimes? Oh no, I'm thinking of the other platform. I could go around exploring and probably loading up on more weapons, backpacks, things like that. I'll probably just grab a Max Flex from the vendor. And then P4 ammo. All these cortical pets I'm going to use. Yeah, turn on my FPS meter, by the way. I'm getting like 50 FPS out here. Yeah, well, between 35 and 50, let's say, to be fair. Just great. Just great. Some fancy outfits. Yeah. I'm going to try not to stockpile too much. Alright, so we got security post up there on Daymar, I guess.
The next shuttle is
Just see
approaching the
how
station.
it goes. I feel like the personal missions, there's all those. Breach and Steel might be a good one. At least if it's the one that spawns in the nebulas, in the
Last call for
Lagrange points.
passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Okay. See you back at base. All that usual start of post-wipe maintenance stuff gets to happen again. Inventory management, getting weapons, getting gear. Yeah. This gear's pretty nice. I mean, it's just the same as everybody else's heavy armor, I guess. The Hurston and all the other ones. But I'm glad that they put this nice Crusader paint on it. I'm really excited for 319, Aim Invictus, and all that, because I think that's when they're going to let me fly my Spirit and get rid of that derpy cutty steel that I have as a loner and get to drive around in my executive transport. So yeah, I think that's fantastic and a ton of fun. Alright, so we'll run over here, we'll load up on a med gun, med pens, all that good stuff. Ammo. Right, all the things a growing boy needs. And, I don't know, maybe I just will go without a backpack. I don't really want to be looting a lot of stuff, but at the same time, like, there is a lot of loot that exists in bunkers. Hard to know. Hard to know what the right call is. A backpack would let me... Actually, I will take the backpack, because the backpack is if I find, like, a railgun or missile launcher, I can strap it on there, whereas strapping it to your back, I don't think actually works. I don't remember. Already been some deaths. What's chat talking about? Lots of armor won't show up in the inventory. That's bad. Probably just slow server time. There's a beer on the floor of the hospital. What's going on, team? Alright, bye, Orison. Alright, so let's get like 2 more med pens. I'm gonna try to loot most of mine. And 1 paramed medical device. With a refill. Good. And 1 refill. Alright, that's all good. And I'll just keep my respawn here for now. And then let's go get some P4 ammo. Nice thing about that is it's super lootable. Find it all over the place, so not going to be hard to stock up on that for a while. But eventually I'll probably move to like an FS9 or something. They're just so good. At least at close range, right? Like, they're accurate, they have a high rate of fire instantaneously. You know, tons of ammo. You can shoot from the hip pretty well. Throw a laser pointer on there and a stabilizer. You can hit guys from the hip. They silence well, so you can be sneaky. I mean, they're just a great all-around gun. Yeah. We get this to load in, please. Oh, they are. What? How could I show up and all of a sudden the textures are here? They really must have made some improvements back end here. Alright. Let's see if I'll just get the... nope, they don't sell the backpack here. Undersuits, just adventure base. Alright, personal weapons. Attachments. Alright, so PFAR magazines. Give me 6 of those. It's probably fine. The rest I can loot. And then I'll use my other LH-86, so I just need to buy the gun itself. Do they not have attachments? Oh, they have the Gamma. I don't care about that. I don't need to be silent either, do I? They don't sell silencers anyway. Alright. And hello, I would like 1 pistol, please. Bye. Confirm. Exit.
Good purchase.
I know. Okay. So, stuff I don't care about. Let's do sustenance. Let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. And you. And you. I'll keep the drinks. Alright, so we will put 2 pistol rounds. The rest can stay stacked. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. You. And you. Alright, ammo. Do 1 paramed refill. Do 6. Five, and the last one can go right there. And then utility. Oh, I gotta go get a gravity gun. 2 of those, and a spare. And my medical device. Oh, and my pistol. Weapons. All my fancy weapons are here. They sure are. But no, just a pistol. Good? Good. Okay. Let's go get a multi-tool and tractor beam attachment. And a backpack. Can't forget the backpack. Wait. Oh, here's an important consideration. What ship should we fly? Yeah, what ship? What ship? I don't really know the best choice for right now. Part of me wants to just, like, take the 400i and bedlog and just, like, live in it. And, you know, if we come back here, fine, but try to use it as our primary base. And that sounds really fun. But, supposedly, rumor is they are working on the hover bike and... Ooh, miss it? Yes.
Last call for passengers.
Oh, made it. Alright, perfect. Rumor is they're working on the Origin Special hover bike that's supposed to fit in that little front compartment, and the Origin rover. So for me, I'm like, oh, those are both, like, core designed for the 400i, amongst the other Origin stuff, but, like, they're perfect fits for that. So I kind of really want to wait and do that. So I'm not sure what the right approach is here. I could do like a gunship type thing. Those have beds. Or do I just want to take something nimble and fast and just log in and out at a base? Right, take my Hornet. Take the, whatchamacallit? The, come on, the X-Wing thing. What is it? The, why can I not remember the name of that ship? It's going to drive me nuts now. We were using it a bunch last time before the wipes. I traded my Cutlass Black for it.
Approaching next station.
Right.
If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark. Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
It's gonna drive me nuts until I remember it. Apparently the vehicle loadouts are all locked. Scorpius. Oh, I do have the Antares. Still have the Vulture? I do still have the Vulture. Why are they all locked? Why are all the... Oh, because I'll show you what. That makes sense. Okay.
Last call for passengers.
That's actually a good thing. It means we're not super trapped here. Ba, ba, ba. Already trash on the floor. Server hasn't even been up 24 hours yet. Armor, backpacks, max flex weight. But personal weapons? Yeah, multi-tool. Buy one of those. Your whole tractor beam. Buy one of those. I'm not going to worry about the salvage just yet. That just give me a... No, I don't think I bought it with the lifeguard. Personal inventory? No. It's right here. Let's be able to use it in an armistice. What's going on? I mean, I just have to drag it to my hands, I guess. It's fine. Doable. Alright, let's go to the spaceport. Scorpius and Antares and Scorpius, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. I mean, I like the Scorpius a lot. It's a good ship for this kind of trucking around. It has a decent amount of cargo, reasonably durable. Not worth much scrap.
For passengers, the shuttle is preparing to depart.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call. That was weird.
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
Did you see that flash? I think I'm going to do the 400. Even though, in part because it's a ship I own, right? Like, it's a ship. Well, I guess I own the Scorpius, don't I? I traded it up from the... Well, choices. I should probably just do an episode where we tour my fleet. Maybe I'll do that on Monday. Be like, let's just get all the ships, put them on the pad, and look at them. I mean, most of these we've seen before. There's nothing, like, super new. This poor guy's security work assessment, it's like, they could all be dead already. Or broken, right? That's a bug. Security work assessment, remaining hostile NPCs not spawning in. If that happens, and we can't do our fun Orison missions out on the platforms, and we can't get the missions to go kill people at, you know, the Caterpillar wreck sites and stuff, and the derelicts. So, I do really want to unlock that. Since I tend to be primarily FPS focused for my fighting. And then, oh, interesting. I didn't remember. Oh, because we're on the other side, because I usually don't come this way. Wait.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
We're gonna maximum run speed.
Providing connections
Yeah,
to
or
all
I'm
major
doing
platforms.
hauling.
Crusader
We
Industries
could drug
is
smuggle,
partnered
except
to
I don't know how
offer
good it is
free
right now.
to all visitors of
I think they
both
kinda
Mars
nerfed
and
it.
Skyway shuttle service. Have a pleasant stay.
We could try. Anyway, after this mission, let's get this unlocked. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you know, oh well. And then, yeah, let's take a ship and do some drug smuggling. In which case, I think the 400 is the right ship, because it's got a decent cargo capacity. I wonder if that exploit still works. I guess we could test it out. Not a fan of exploits, but at the same time, like, I don't know. Oh, I got a backpack, you idiot, Quade. Armor. Filters, custom, that's what I want. Alright, let's just clear everything. Do backpacks. Just put this on there. It's ugly as sin, but I don't really care. There we go. Okay. That way, if we pick up a railgun. Yeah, the exploit was you could buy fractional cargo, right? So you could, if you use the sliders, for whatever reason, the sliders let you buy less than one SCU. If there was, like, if basically the slider had 10 notches, right? And that was going to give you 10% of whatever, each notch was going to give you 10% of whatever the total was if you used the slider. Ah, the blue does look good.
Welcome to the ASOP.
All right, what do we want? 400?
System.
One craft in mission. Crusader Industries proudly.
All right, and we'll just use the top one. So see how this says deliverable? This was apparently part of their issue last time, where people with these big old fleets, which now I have. Do I have a Gladius? Never flown a Gladius. Not today, not today, not today. This is the ship of the month now, the Razor EX and LX in standard. Stealth fighter, racing. Alright, let's retrieve the 400.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Oh, I forgot to paint it. That's okay.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Boop, boop. Clear 9.
Please visit us again.
Everything feels pretty snappy. Alright, music. Chill out. I did turn the music up, so I guess that's my fault. Here we are. I really do like this ship. It's such a good ship. Is it green? Oh. This is clearly the Stella Fortuna one. That's funny. It's a good looking ship in green. That's fine. We'll fly a Green Goblin around. Actually, the holiday green, the like Christmassy green, not Christmas, Halloween green they do. Why are my words broken today? Maybe it's just my level of excitement at getting a lane. All right, whatever. Stop worrying about it, Quade. Get moving. People have been watching you for almost half an hour, and all you've done is walk around Orson. Come on, open. There we are. Alright, let's get booted up. Where are we headed? Daymore? Oh no, selling. It's weird, it looked red in the atmosphere, but maybe that's partly to blame for me. Alright, let's see if the air traffic controller works easily this time. No? Come on. Hear that? Hear that, air traffic controller?
You are clear to launch.
There we go. Looks good in green. I like this ship so much. I'm actually glad I'm grabbing this. I might hit the green one. So yeah, I did retail therapy at Stella Fortuna pack this year, which is probably really dumb because it's the pack that doesn't have... It only had 6-month insurance, so it didn't even have the 120 months that it had last year, or like lifetime, which apparently sometimes happens. Boost. Yeah. Oh, I'm already back in love with the 400i. Whoop. Does have a little bit of jitter there. We go. Yeah. Oh, she's such a lovely ship. Let's not burn all your fuel, Quade. Spooled up. Keep moving. Should be able to exit atmosphere before too long. Shields are full now. Oh, what was I talking about before? Oh, I was talking about the fractional shares, right? So, like, if you had 10 boxes, right, and you move the slider 1 notch to the right from 0, it would give you 1 box. But what people realized is that when you had less than 10 boxes, it would give you less than a full box. If you had 5 boxes and you moved it 1 notch, you would only pay for half of a box of drugs, like let's say Widow or Slam or whatever. Right, so you would pay for half of a box, but because of the cargo refactor, you would still just get 1 SCU of cargo. So people were realizing that they were getting like a really good deal here. Whoa, frame lag is real. Stop. Stop. Simmer down. It's very odd. It's related to the comm link, actually. So yeah, just spam my GPU usage to 100% all of a sudden. Could be also the planet coming into view for the first time, and I don't know what else. Just check that my shader cache didn't get reset or anything like that. Heading into Kriska. Oof, why is my FPS so bad right now? What's happening? Let's not go faster than 400. Yeah, look at it. I'm getting like... This is very odd. Memory... I still have memory to spare. I don't know. It's probably just some first time it's selling kind of thing loading in. Yeah, if you look at this, I'm getting like 20, 19. I don't know why that would be the case. Slow it down. Deploy my gear. There we go. 36, 37. Alright, so... And my GPU usage is back at 50%. I don't know what that was exactly. Some kind of... texture, shader... Alright, looks like we're approaching head-on. Great. Let's get real close. And I'm going to be extra careful not to shoot any guards. Is there something here? Or is it just crooked? It's just crooked.
Engines inactive.
Alright, 10 out of 10 hostiles. Man, I'm already so happy I'm back in the 400. Did we fly? When did we? I must have flown it a little bit recently. Okay. Oof. What's going on with that elevator? While I'm at it, let's put you back on. Alright. You've got your weapon. Your ammo ready. Your clips are all attached. We're good to go. Open ramp. That's an annoying little bug. But a minor one. I'll look over it. What is this? What is this thing? Give me that magazine. Weird. Yep. That fell off my belt. Very odd. Alright. Button up. Let's get inside. How many times? If anybody's the like one viewer who's probably been watching me for a year. How many bunkers have you seen me do by now, right? It is just endless. Yeah, see 150. Is that empty slot again? Interesting. So one of these slots seems to be falling off sometimes. Alright, I'm gonna do single shot. Just see if NPCs spawn or not. And loot. Oh, one died. So we got... Ah, Karna rifle. Yes, please. Love me a Karna. Pick the scopes. 4x, 16x. Got some Karna batteries. Don't care about the Uberev or any of that. Dun, dun. Server FPS is 6, but let's get that out of here. It shouldn't be too aggressively overpowered. Got one. Got two. Well, if you want to be sitting ducks like that, go for it. I don't mind a bit. Shooting gallery. I see somebody over there. No marker, but I can't verify that he's a bad guy. Don't really want to, you know, sometimes the guards spawn in with no marker. Don't really want to run and gun. Got him. Five left. Give me my bullets. Come on out. Peekaboo. Shot him, but he didn't die. Get down to the last, like, 2 guys, I'll probably pop out. Ooh, someone taking a shot at me. Somebody down there. Shooting at that guard. Got him. There's somebody over here still. I think it was that guy that I shot. Let's go full auto here. Lights on as well. Check the downstairs first. Yeah, I know they do, like, repop. So, it's possible they'll come back down here. Ooh, security guard outfit, I'll take that. Okay, 2 left. 1 left. All done. Alright. Security missions unlocked. Lovely. It's time for a bit of looting. Yes. Yes. And yes. Want all those other meds. Alright. Check in here. Also, I just want the red boxes, you know? I don't know that a lot of people have been here, because I didn't see a lot of other guns or ammo or dead bodies around. So that was a good thing. Probably why the spawn worked so well. Yeah, now I should be certified for a nice long time here in Crusader. Glad that worked first try, though. Don't want to be messing around with stuff. I want the security hat, so that's why I'm not going to take that guard stuff. I don't know why, but the songs they use on the moon out here sound a lot like the Rains of Castamere. It's just like that deep violin sound, maybe. It's hard to hear over me sprinting around everywhere I know. Okay, red box. Boop 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 boop. Sniper rifle. Can I put that in there? Alright, I want this. What do I have here? This is the Karna. I like the Karna. Keep the Karna. But do I want another Wildwood sniper? No, I think I'd rather actually have the Lumen. Put the Lumen in my hands, please. Alright. Rest of that can wait. Scared me for a second. What do you guys have Karnas? What's your ammo? Oh, shotgun, sorry. Also, this little icon here opens the extra armor inventory. Did you know that? I didn't know that. It's like a faster way to deal with that stuff. Alright, loot. As much as I like the TCS, yeah, okay, go away. You're too big. Pants. Yes, good. I got my security uniform on. Any other loot down here? No, I mostly just want... Where's a guy with P4? It's funny, I picked the P4 because one, it was over on the platform, but two, I could loot guys easier. Dude. You know, they have a lot of the ammo. Alright, open. I'll take that. Don't care for the rest. And a user. Okay. Check and check. Do all seem to have a lot of pistol ammo. I don't mind taking. I thought that pistol's going to be my main weapon, but good to have some backup stuff. Okay, so I told you I'd become a drug smuggler after becoming a law enforcement officer. I still have the, yeah, okay, just carrying it lowered. Mind by me. Surface, please. And so that's what I'll do. And I'm going to go somewhere that's a little sneaky and maybe off the beaten path. I'm going to go to Raven's Roost to buy my drugs and maybe get some loot. Because what happens is people go to the locations that have markers, right? Because they know where you're headed. And then they, you know, and then they buy and sell. That's why, like, Brio's Breaker Yard here in Crusader was this, like, hotbed of just, yeah, I don't know, murder and piracy and all that. Also because you can get Slam here, which is the most profitable. But if you don't mind getting, like, one of the second or third most profitable things, which I don't, plus I've got, you know, only 200,000 credits. I'm going to get in. Yes. Alright, let's close this and let's store my gun. Lumen. And then let's just move this all. We'll resort it later. Right, because all the rest of this stuff can stay here. Karna battery. Which reminds me. Karna. Please. Great. Starting to build up a nice little stockpile of found weapons. This elevator is terrifying, by the way. Okay. Fun. Well, let's get ourselves set up to go to Microtech.
Engines active.
And to Calliope? 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 No.
Launch complete.
It's just, yeah, it's almost vertical. Perfect! Alright. It's going to use a lot of my quantum fuel, but that's okay. I think the ship has a decent stock drive. Not a great one, but like a decent one. And obviously I'll pause the video. I won't make you watch all of this. So, yeah. Catch you when we arrive. We are Microtech. Ooh. Planet. Got weird colors here for a moment.
Quantum drive deactivated.
Deactivated. Right. Calliope. Calliope. Calliope? I don't know. I think it's Calliope. Hello? Oh, alright, hold on. Hello? Hello, Quantum Drive. Please take me to Calliope. There we go. I'll show you how to get to Raven's Roost, though. That'll be fun. And then we'll see if the drug trade's any good. So what you do is you go here. You're going to go to Orbital Marker 2. Sits over the 1, so 2 will be on the opposite side. You're going to Orm 2. Alright, you want to make sure you're real close to it. Alright, so like we're 1,000 meters away. That's pretty good. So, you look at the planet. Alright, like this. Set yourself up right over the top of it. Okay, it is daytime. And you want your top here, right? So this. You want this to be basically right where it is, at about 16. So 15, 16 degrees. Let's go a little left there, so it's right in between. And then you want this pitch to be at 28. Pitch down a little bit. Okay, 28. And then I'm going to lock my heading so that it doesn't turn anywhere. Whoops, hold on. Need to move my cursor a little bit. 28. There, lock heading. Alright. And accelerate. So in this little, you can see right above my nose here. Let's make sure we're still. So this little set of mountains right here is where it is, in this little ring. And it's actually harder to find in the daytime. At night you can see the lights, but it should be pretty close to where we come down. So, when we coming in, we'll go through atmosphere, probably get some real pretty, here. Pretty atmospheric, you know, flares or whatever. In fact, I need a new, I'll go up, and out, and page up. Alright, I need a new bumper anyway. So I'm going to do this and take a screenshot, make this my 318 thingamabobber here. You know, background / thumbnail for videos and all that. In fact, I'll do that like this. Dun, dun, dun. Screen snip. Shoop de whoop. Right there. Beautiful. Drop that in here, just to have somewhere for it to be. So we're done for the day. I don't think that ship is real, by the way. Alright, so we're still down 28, 15. Now, these will disappear when you get within the planet's frame of reference, so to speak, and you'll get the altimeter and the planetary compass, right? So right there. So just keep going the same way that you're going. And that's a great screenshot. Alright, this ship's pretty fast, actually, so I'm going to have to really slow it down here after about 10,000 meters. The last thing I want to do is smack into the ground at 1,000 meters a second. You can see it's, you know, it's hazy here, right? So people don't like Raven's Roost because it's kind of hard to find your way around. So, come back up here, see if we can see it. Should be kind of just straight ahead of us a little bit. We'll look around a little more. It's so hard to find in the daytime. Dun, 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 dun. Right, it shouldn't be behind us yet. It's closer to the other set of mountains here. Zoom out a little. Alright, let's see. Do we see it? Raven's Roost. Roost, roost, roost. No? Let's check if there are any ships nearby. No. Alright, we might have to reverse engineer this coming from the orbital markers, maybe? Part of it. But I'll kind of fly around briefly. Just see what we can see. So there's some rocks. I don't think it's where it is. Alright, so let's kind of head over here. Kind of do some big loops. Like I said, it's definitely easier to spot from the external camera for whatever reason. Alright. Let's look up here, and then we're going to go along the mountain range. I wish there was an easier way to mark this location. So if I had like a box when I found it, I could use the box to... So let's go straight here for a bit. I just don't want to lose some altitude. I don't want to be this high up. But you can see the conditions are just awful. It's part of why people don't come here. Because it's just so hard to see. And then they also don't like selling at the scrap and salvage here because the wind will blow your ship away on Euterpe. Euterpe, whatever it is. Euterpe. Yeah, I mean, either we're waiting for nightfall so we can get some stuff here. I'm going to have to look up how to triangulate it from the orbital markers. Let's go out a little bit further, because it's not like right up against the mountains, is it? I don't think so. There it is. See it? Alright. Just watching The Mandalorian, so I've got the song in my head. Nice to see that nobody's here.
Landing.
Just kind of park it right in front of this door. That's a door. I can't see anything. Is that the ramp? Yeah, that's the door. Alright. Let's get it real close right here. It's also the new setup, right? So these are changed in 3.18 from the previous iteration of... Am I clear? Good. Previous iteration of Jump Town locations. Alright, nobody's on radar. We'll see how we do. I only have 200,000, so I'm only going to be able to buy a few crates, like maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6. So it's not like we're going to make a huge fortune. But we'll make something. Now, there are obviously other locations you can buy drones, right? You don't have to do these locations. But because they're unmarked, people don't go here as often. So the supply doesn't go down as often, and you're less likely to get pirated. Unless there's actually a Jump Town event going on. Yeah, so they've added much more to these locations, right? There's more guns, more places to hide. There's 2 entrances now. So we'll look around real quick before we come in. Cycle, please. I mean, I don't know for sure that nobody's in here. There should be loot boxes. Yes. Check that out, right? And you have a local inventory, so I can take these Venture, move them all. Have them in my local inventory. Then I can move them to the ship when I'm on my way out. Except I'll probably forget to do that. I should probably be a little bit more careful about whether or not people are here. This is where the drugs would be produced. Pop out for you to steal. Alright, and then this is where you buy stuff. So let's buy Widow. Yeah, so 8 SCU, low inventory, but that's alright. 400I. Alright, so those cost 11k per unit. So I can buy all of them, confirm. Oh, you know what? I didn't check to see if the bug is still here. So what's the next highest value is ATAM 9. So if you slide these, it should say 9k. Yeah, so it's not going to let you buy less than 1. That's what they fixed it. Alright, so we're loading up insufficient stock. Okay. Bye. complete. Accept. Neon is the next highest, so let's load this up. Confirm. And ultra-toxin. I think we can only buy 2 of these anyway. Confirm. And that's all our money. So if I screw this up and die, we will have 800 credits left. Let's keep looking around, though, for loot. So my profits will probably only be like 45, 50k. Oh, there's one. Yeah, check it out. You can get some guns. It's a local inventory. Look at that. Got some guns. Armor. Just gonna search around a little bit, and then we'll get out of here. Since I am broke as a goat. Is that a saying? Broke as a goat? Alright, I think that's everything. There's the other spot drugs come out. Apologies for the car horn in the back here. I do have my window open. It is lovely weather, with the downside being, of course, that you get car horns. Car alarms going off. Alright, where's my ship? Is out this side. Alright, that's everything, right? We looted this one. Good enough. Some freebies, some extra weapons I'll put on the ship. Much we forget. But let's get out of here and go make our sail. I don't really want to be lingering any longer than I have to. Yeah, this is. I was actually doing this a lot on Selena Conley last patch. Not the exploit stuff, but just like using this as my location. Because yeah, nobody comes here. So you have decent supply, and nobody goes to Euterpe because it's a death trap. Don't forget Quade. Move on. There. Some extra gear. Alright, so we had 215,000, give or take. Alright, a little bit was spent on gear. Now we have 800, so we will know... Oops, no, I want the com. No, I don't want the com link, I want the map. We're out there in a different order here. Alright. Go to Terpe, and we're going to go to Delvin Scrap and Salvage. Set route.
Launch complete.
Alright, let's get up to orbit.
Gear raised.
Alright, that's going to go above the horizon, so we should be fine there. Let's get about 3,000 meters up. There we are. Make our sail. This is probably a really good drug running ship. It's not like the strongest fighting ship, right? But it's fast. Faster than most light fighters, even. It has decent shields, right? One size 3 isn't like the best it can be, right? But it's good. Decent hull HP. And the turrets face backwards, which is kind of cool. So if you had some buddies, they could kill anybody following you. So it's probably not that bad of a ship for this kind of work. Smuggling drugs.
Quantum drive deactivated.
Alright. Go into Delvin Scrap and Salvage. It's going to be nighttime. Parking is going to be really crucial on this one. Because if your ship isn't properly anchored to the ground, and there's a windstorm, which there's almost always a windstorm, it will blow your ship away. I think we actually saw this a few times, not just on my very first episode ever, but also on an episode, recording, where I took the raft out here for some drug smuggling, I think.
Quantum drive deactivated.
Right? And even though I landed the raft, it kind of flew away in a harsh way. Actually, I'll keep this on just so I can see the location. I don't really want to get going faster than about 400, though. MSR, somebody else doing some drugs. See if somebody's gonna kill us and try to pirate our things. Yep, somebody behind. I'm just gonna wait. Lucas from behind. True to your name. What's we got going on here? That's it. Nothing fancy. Big cutter. A lot of people out here for a, Come on, give me the MSR. And... a safe landing zone here. Probably right about here will work. Doesn't look like we're in a windstorm, oddly enough. What's he flying? It's like a Merlin. Probably was out here doing who knows what. Okay. Hard to tell if underneath is flat. I'll just have to be careful. Yeah, I don't know what to think about this. So, you got the cutter. Or the, yeah, MSR, he's leaving. Lucas is, I think, also leaving. There's the cutter. Screw it, right? What fun is a PvP game if you don't take some risks? This is the drug stash, by the way. There you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go out the airlock here. Can I close this? Yeah, I'm going to close that, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, that way nobody can come up the ramp. May not even be close enough to make the sail. We'll have to see. Don't really know where I'm going. It's in this building here. Anybody? We out here? Nobody? Let's make our sail and get moving. Sell. No. Sell. 400i. There you go. Let's do the Widow first. Sell. All of it. 100k. Great. Confirm. Okay, then we will do the ETAM. Sell 90k. Accept. Then the Neon. Any of those. Sell 72k. Alright, so we've already. Now we're profiting. And Ultraduxin. Sell 11k. Great. So we made about 70k. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, let's get out of here. Also, now that the wind has kicked in, my ship might blow away, and I don't really want that. Oh my god. Okay. You know what I didn't do? I didn't put my landing gear down. Oh my fucking god. What an idiot I am. Alright, let's get this then. Let's open the cargo bay. Whatever it takes, I just have to get inside. Once I'm inside, it's fine. Right? Once I'm inside, everything is okay. Ship can fly away. Here I am, so worried about these other ships. This could have been... I'm just lucky that Windstorm didn't kick in, you know, earlier. Right? We could have jumped right out of the ship and it could have blown away, because I didn't put my friggin' landing gear down like a chump. Close that, please. Alright, so there you have it. Drug smuggling. And I did it proper good-like. I doubt I'll stick around here, though, and do that. Mostly because I just want to go back to Crusader. We could do like an 890 jump mission if there's one around.
Engines active.
So if this ship can handle some petty blacks. So I can use the missiles. Wow, oh, okay. I'm really happy that worked out. So it gives you a sense of, if I could fill the whole ship, I could make a little more. Right, but it's a nice way to make some money. Nice way to get a little cash on day one. Retrieval ops, I mean, I could start doing those, but let's look out here. Use the data, disarray. Was it a mercenary mission? Yeah, there you go. Boarding action. Accept. Where's my call to arms? There we go. Call to arms. Where's my... What the F? Where's my, Did somebody else take it, like, right when I did? I just missed it. Eh. Time trial. What is this retrieval up? Disarray. Ah, there it is. Contract accepted. Boarding in progress. And there's seize the data on the Black Kite. I might do that one too. These are fun missions. Alright, track it. Where are we going? Where are we going? Without ever knowing the way. Where's my distress beacon? There we go. Jump straight to the beacon.
Quantum drive activated.
Alright, I'm gonna do maximum shields and just kind of hit these guys with missiles.
Quantum drive deactivated.
I also hear that as you get kind of close to the ship, there's a chance it can despawn if you get away from it again, so I'm just going to kind of try to be a careful Quade. No, I'm not doing your rescue request. Let's do this so the bright planet is not near me. Should get some fun gear from this. I think these are gimbaled? Yeah, they are. I mean, 84 rounds on Panthers is also pretty strong. There's just two of them, and they'll be kind of maneuvery. I wonder if the elevators are working in this patch. Maybe the Reclaimer elevator fixed the 890 jump? I don't know. Alright, let's see if baddies jump in here. Avoid friendly fire. See anybody else? There they are.
Contact.
Come on, let me get him.
Contact. Contact. Contact.
Fuck. Alright, there we go. I can't missile him? Ow. Alright,
Got
fine.
something for you.
I don't know why it is that they can shoot me and I can shoot them. Also, they kind of look invisible. Just a Buccaneer, huh? Well, that's good. I thought they would be like Cutlass Blacks again. Just die already. Come on. Take him out. Die.
Shit. Shit.
Damn it. Should be dead.
Damn it.
Hostile eliminated.
Come on, Buccaneer. My shield's going to do some recharging now. Not a dogfighter. That's for sure.
Hostile eliminated.
Oh, that missile just hit him? Nice. Alright. We're fine. No major damage. 20 hostiles on board, though. Let's hope they're all there. And I think I'm going to position myself above the docking bay, so I can use the ramp as a way to load cargo. Okay, so here we go. Just like this. Actually, I'm not going to use the ramp. I want to use the cargo bay as a way to put the cargo.
Engines inactive.
Alright. I'll halt the data transfer, but we shall see. Looks like the guards are wrecking the assailants, though. Close this little elevator. That's just going to be annoying. Alright, let's head back to the doors. I mean, the 5,000 is nice, but it's not going to be worth sprinting around getting shot at. I'll just shoot the bad guys. There's no longer an elevator there. Okay, so we got a guy up top. Maybe back here? Looks like we're okay. Apparently the water is not rendering. Which is hilarious. Any of these guys come down here yet? Both right here. Oh, what? Where was he? Where was he? Oh, he's over there. Well, it's gonna be a long flight back. Oh, God. Why didn't I go to the med bay first? I guess we'll see what happens. I don't know. What has the fastest drive stock, do you think? My guess is this all despawns. Ugh. Man, and that load time, I'll tell you what. Interestingly, I do not have a medical gown. I'm still waiting for, like, a transaction. There we go. Goodbye. Sort of really needs to clean up medical gowns in this game. Yay! Elevator. Kill me. Let's see if I have a beacon suit or not. Good. So maybe over here, probably. Horizon Home. Perfect. Around the ground? Yes. Okay. Right, that was a flaw in my plan. Quade, you were at Microtech. If you had gotten killed, you'd have to fly across the whole damn system. On the bright side, apparently half the guys are dead. On the not-so-bright side, I may not win the mission. We'll find out. Should have been more careful, right? Doors and corners. Where was the man? He was in the corner. You didn't check the corner. You cleared the guys immediately visible. You didn't look around the room. You got shot in the back. You knew there was a third guy, too, and you were like, where is the third guy? I don't know where the third guy is. What happened?
Last call for passengers. The shuttle
Yeah.
is preparing to depart.
That's just lazy on my part, I think.
Please clear the hatch.
Alright, what ship should I take back? What do we think? I don't know what has a fast drive in it. Probably, I mean, the 400 is... I guess this would be a good test of persistence, eh? Seems pretty stable so far, though, right? Like, I haven't run into any major issues as far as that. Server problems. Got 90 people on right now, right? 103. That is all very positive. Makes me excited. Hopefully I can get a PL hangout going this Saturday. What's that? Should be hanging out in a... oh, we have one of those, don't we? We do. I think I have a gunship now. Not a gunship, like a heavy fighter. I remember that thing nosing up like that before.
Last call for passengers. Approaching next station. Shuttle is preparing. If this is your
Oh, it was just like
please prepare to
horizontally raised, right? Because if you're on board and you nose up like that, that sounds dangerous.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Idiot Quade over in Microtech doing stuff. Getting dead.
Miss your shuttle? Not a problem. Another shuttle will be along shortly.
Not a
At
problem.
Orson Skyway shuttle service, more flights means less worries.
Elevator. Bit invisible. Alright, take me to the spaceport. Alright, so let me think on this. What has a fast quantum drive? Yeah, I think I need to take my Vanguard. I've barely used that ship, right? I have it. It's part of my Stellar Fortuna thing. I never touch it. Let's take the Vanguard. It's bound to be good enough. And then we're not keeping it. We're just going to abandon it there. Let it despawn with the 890. Hopefully not. Apparently these ASOPs can eventually
To the ASOP
begin to fail as the server ages. So to keep that, yeah, Vanguard hoplite. Let's do it. Deliver my dropship. These dropships are kind of under-theorized, let's say. That's a Redeemer. Gladius and Arrow are great ships. I should probably fly those more. Alright, let's
Vehicle
retrieve.
selected.
Safety is
Stand by.
for all of us at Crusader, and we want
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following
I guess I could have lived
location.
in this. Alright, it's got beds.
Please
Thank
visit us again.
Hangar 1, lucky number 1. But the 400's just so nice. And it has a vehicle bay for small vehicles. Which I think I have some. Hangar 1. There's one, right? Yeah. The Hoplite is a variant I definitely would not have wanted to buy. Except that it just was the one in the pack. It's a cool looking ship, but I think I actually wanted the Harbinger for the slight durability buff and the ability to have torpedoes. Whereas this has, you know, dropship seats, which, you know, again, fine. Not the worst thing in the world. Nice. Alright, so you got your drop seats. Oh, this doesn't have beds, right? Because it has drops. So I couldn't have stayed in this anyway. Whatever. It's a perfect ship for doing exactly what I'm doing here. Come on, boot up.
You are clear to launch.
Let's go to Microtech. Distress beacon. Server. Great. Launch complete. I forgot how intense these ship voices are. Here's a question. I would assume that larger engines and thrust outputs would make a ship faster. Right? And in the vacuum, right, you should be able to be going pretty fast. There's not wind resistance once we get out of Atmo. It's not too big of a problem. Right there. BRVS. I think those are cannons? Yeah, I think those are the actual ballistic cannons. And then obviously that is ballistic. There's got a bunch of ballistics on here. Lame. Bullshit. Because a lot of these, you know, Aegis ships have kind of weirdly small engines. Like actual exhaust output thrusters. Despite having some really high speeds. So I don't know if that question made any sense, but... oh, by the way, noticing that engagement with the AI before I stupidly got killed in my ship. I just want to point out that the 400 tanked it well, right? My shields never went down. I did get hit by one missile that apparently just couldn't get decoyed away. And, yeah, it did well. What kind of driver we're looking at here? This seems reasonably fast. Yeah, sawbuck repeaters. So they're ballistic repeaters. Lots of missiles. BVRS repeater. Full stop shields. Crossfield. Yeah, see, Crossfield's a good... This is a good pick. Crossfield is a great drive for across the verse. And that's what these are made for, right? They're fighters that are meant to be able to operate fairly independently at long range and accomplish multiple missions, right? So they can be loaded out for troop transport, like this one. It'll be a light, sort of drop ship with a light drop ship, let's call it. So let's explore. I don't know if I explored. Did I show this? Did I? I don't even know. To get your modules. coolers. Alright, you got your shield generator and power plants there. This, I think, yeah, if you look at that, there's a little storage container there. So how many seats do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seat 6. You've got, I don't know if those are proper gun racks or not. And there aren't any built into the seats. That might be the large weapon rack, or it might just be for show. And you've got, all right, 1, 2, 3. You got 10. And for 10 primary weapons, no idea if you could put pistols up here or not. I would assume so, but it doesn't look like it has the little mounts for them. And yeah, lots of room to stow gear. And your turret. Which you have to look at from this direction, I think. Maybe just look straight ahead. Enter turret. There you go. I don't know if I should be doing this while in quantum travel, but whatever. And then there you go. These also have repeaters. Okay. Cool. Power on, switch gyro, exit. Yeah, so these are neat ships, right? So you've got one with a quantum dampener, or like EMP maybe? I forget exactly. You've got the one with the, like, prison one, right? That is the little cells to lock people away. Are there any manipulables out here? Like this, and other ones just kind of comes out of the side. There's the door. Alright, whatever. Yeah, a lot of firepower, decent maneuverability and speed.
75%.
Thanks. Aggressive voice announcer. This is one that yells kill at you. Which I find hilarious. So do I make the mistake of just boarding the ship again and dying? And having to fly back a third time. Second time. Or do I run over and reset my spawn? I don't really want to spend my gameplay in Microtech. I was enjoying Crusader. I'd never really put a lot of time and effort into Crusader until this patch. So I have half a mind to stick around Crusader, and that's why I don't want to reset my spawn. Maybe I should sprint to the medbed, and that way I can respawn on the 890 jump. Huh? What do you think about that? Also, I think the 890 has a local inventory now. I think. Maybe. Should take the Vulture. We can salvage it. Alright. We are here. $999 kilometers away. The only thing about the crossfield is it does have a bit of a cooldown. Yeah, it's nice and fast. Need to remember this ship as a good one for traversing. Alright, 10 kilometers out. There's me dead. Let's not go too fast here. I think we're in luck. Get my lights on. $400 looks a little further away than I remembered. It's drifting. So are these ships moving? No. Right, then I don't know what was going on with that. This is all okay though. Unless somebody like came upon it and did it. I don't know. Not a big deal. Let's just shut this guy down and get out of here. Okay. I'm going to clear the upstairs so that I can get my gear back on. Clearing it with the ammo that I do not have. Don't screw it up, Quade. Okay.
Something's over there, I think.
Let's look at this. Is there a local inventory? Oh, yeah. There's an 890 jump inventory. Move it all. Or do that. And I'll actually do this, too. Wait. Did you clear it, Quade? Did you clear it? Are you safe? You moron. Safe enough. Loot. I should be able to just go right here. Bippity boppity boo. So inventory's up. Got my gun. Alright, we should be okay up here. I mean, it's last words, right? So what we're going to do is just keep moving this all into the vehicle inventory. Let's do filter, let's do other. I want these as well. We're just going to grab all these P8s. Why not? They're good guns. And that's what starting on a new server is all about. Looting the hell out of everything. You drop again? Somebody's around, huh? You heard him, right? Eat. 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 Big question is where? Should a laser pointer. Those help so much. Back here, maybe? Anybody following? Does not look like it. Okay. Great. Let's, again, clear these guys out. Nope. Gotta drag it. Okay. Care about that stuff. Loot. Missiles over there, that's cool. Good. Inventory management. Yeah, I should come out of here with 20 sets of gears, plus if any of the guards died. So somebody sounds like they're immediately below. Right, let's keep one of these as a backup weapon. But, it might be immediately downstairs. Or it might be down the ladder. Elevators work? Yes. Alright, but I want to finish clearing down here. I don't think the AI can use elevators. I want to make sure nobody was directly underneath me. Alright. Full spot hangar. Glad the elevators work. Well, maybe work. Okay. Let's go in here. We're just gonna set spawn. Just in case. That's annoying. That's probably gonna have them all come looking for me. Alright, we'll go backwards then to the hangar. Or not the hangar, but the garage thing. The left, how about down? Okay, one on the left. Armor. It's all light stuff, so I don't know that I'd use it a lot, but at the very least I can sell it. And only 3 left is not too scary. Make sure there's nobody in here. Gonna pop out and surprise me. So they're probably all forward in the docking bay. Double check here. You never know when they could just come patrolling out and ruin your day. Oop. Oop. Loot. I saw another gun floating around out here. Are you crazy? Well. Alright, keep this ready. Okay, now we make our way forward. I'll probably go this side. You never know. Battle bridge. Anyone back here? Nice of these doors to actually work for once. Here. Alright, so they're in the docking bay up here. Okay, where's the final girl? Victory! Oh, hold on a second. Sorry about that. I had the robot vacuum turn on me. Let's let it run with the door closed. Okay, so we got paid. Let's get the rest of this loot out of here. Boop. Now, I'm in a tricky situation because I need all of this stuff to get on my 400. And that's going to take me all day, isn't it? Oh, here's something else you can do, by the way. If you can reach something in your local inventory like this, you can drag it like that. Boop, it's gone. So that's another way to store stuff that's on the ground without having to pick it up. Probably should have paid more attention to that. Alright, so like this thing, I can't reach it from here. That's too bad. Well, whatever. Grab. So what I can do is I can put it on the 300 and then kind of fly it closer, maybe? I don't know if that makes sense or not. But I want all this gear. Alright, so we go vehicle. Drag that. Drag that. Get this one? No. Get the spare P8. I can get this P8. Loot. Alright. And drag this to the vehicle. Put the P8 on the vehicle. Is that everybody? Double check. Nobody else I missed. This guy. Love the Stitcher outfits and this stuff. Stitcher and it all looks great. It all looks great. It all looks so hazardous too. It's just hilarious. All right, so we're gonna open the pod bay doors. And then I'm going to open this. Should be a little button somewhere, right? Where is it? I'd like to go inside and do it. Wait till we're done moving. Huh? How cool was that? That's pretty cool. Thanks, Star Citizen. Now, why am I not entering the ship? Enter the ship, please. Maybe I wasn't close enough. There we go. So the only problem is I can't get inside of the 400i. That's where, like, I wonder if, before I try this, let's move it forward. Okay, let's just get it off the pad. Go get the 400i. Land that on the pad. See if that will count. Otherwise, I can put everything on here. But I'm not sure I'll be able to find my 400i again.
Launch complete.
Which doesn't, you know, isn't great. So we'll try it this way first. All right, I probably should have done this originally with a ship that I could abandon. Who's that? Oh, that's the hoplite. Okay. Exit into 0G. Get back on the 400. Yeah, okay. Alright. This is kind of insane, I know. Get up. Stand up and stop flipping. Yeah, so I've got the 400 eyes inventory. Good. Close. Close. Close the cargo bay. It's always so disconcerting when that happens. Come on. We can do this. We can be heroes. Otherwise, I'm probably going to abandon all the 890 stuff. I like what's on my 400 more.
At your service. Core system operational.
Let's get the gear down. Not hit the 350.
Landing.
So this is way, way bigger than it's supposed to be able to land there. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. As long as I can get the landing gear in the right spot, especially the rear ones, it may count. Real fine adjustments here. How's it look here? Forward and down. Right? So I want him to hit that. Yeah, perfect. Okay. I mean, I think that's just as good as it's going to get, right? It's not going to grab on. Oh, it worked. Hold on. No. Don't drift away.
Engines active. Landing complete.
Stay put. I just need you to stay like right there. Just don't move. Okay. Just stay. If I'm lucky,
Landing complete.
this gives me the 890 jumps inventory and the 400 eyes inventory. If I'm lucky. No. Balls. Alright, next attempt. Be sort of like standing on the pad and dropping things and then moving them in. Oh, I see I've already moved up a little bit. Balls. Is that close enough? Alright, let's do it with the ramp then. Let's, landing gear up. Get the ramp down low. A lot of problem solving in this. All for not really meaningful payoff. It's more just about being able to do it. So let's, stuff is on, gear up. Nope, turn those back on. Right there. Don't move. Fins off.
Engines inactive.
Alright. The ramp down. Maybe. Maybe. So we're in a weird spot, right? Can I get... I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know how to make it work. I want both. I need both. Alright, is this both? 890. $400. No, okay. So I'm walking on this thing though, right? No, I'm like clipping through it. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Weird. Am I losing magazines? Just don't know. Yep, join the 400 I got you. I get it. So you're here, you made it. On my nighter ship. Another ammo belt piece. Come on, let me in. I don't know. I mean, I could put it on the 300i, right? And then just go fly it to like Port Tressler or something and transfer it that way. But I'm not confident in my ability to get back here. So I don't know. Maybe what I do is just take a few of the things, right? I call this elevator. Anybody know? You know, like a button somewhere. Outline, right? Yeah. All the way back to the docking collar, everyone. Not officially on this ship. I used to be so good at this, and then ever since 318 came along and your body kind of goes into this weird spin that happens. Sort of. Oh, don't mess with that. Alright, so we're going to go to the cargo bay. Or the hangar, I should say. These elevators are not inspiring confidence. Wrong way, Quade. Wrong way. I just have this dream of a full weapon rack, you know? But, no. Alright. So then we'll do it like this. This is a bad idea. I'm just looking at all this. I'm like, when is this gonna go wrong? When is like the ship gonna explode? It's all gonna start despawning, you know, whatever typically happens with this crap. I don't really care about the guard armor. I'm just gonna leave that from now on. You get all these helmets. The thing is, with the why not, you can buy that, so I probably shouldn't want that so much. As I want the, like, Death's Head and the other one. Alright, leave the guns. I don't care anymore about the guns. Just gonna gravity gun as much of this up the ramp as I can. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's like 100 things here. And then I'll just take a couple of the guns from my backpack. Ruh-roh. It's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. There's so much more. Alright. I'm over it. I'll take these. Because they're not. Alright. Stitcher, you can buy. Should be doing this into the cargo bay, maybe? Well, let's get as much as we can up there. Do. Alright, this is called Quade Breaks the Server. But I managed to get them all in here. Close the door. Close the ramp, I should say. We can go in the, Woo! Spinny spin spin. I think that's everything initially that I wanted. But that was actually less painless than I thought, so maybe I'll, get the guns and the other armor anyway. Alright. So here is one nice thing. Right, remember when I said that you can pick these things up? So once the 400 decides to load, which I'm a little bit worried it won't. Yeah, that's a little disturbing. Is that not opening? Over 30K? Bandwidth. No, it's working. Just having a really hard time loading my vehicle inventory. Well, get this stuff out of my way here. Might be confused by the proximity. Open, please. Could also be this thing. Oof. Game, you are really messing with me right now. Why is there something on fire here? Can we open this, please? I think my ship is like half broken.
Engines active.
Alright, let's try now. Yes. Good. Filters, other. Nice to be able to solve my problems, you know? Alright, so what we do is we're going to load it up. We do this. Right? Easy. Peasy. Right over here. Yeah, we're going to do it like this. Doop, doop. Okay. Couple of transactions remaining. You can actually see them over here. Pending moves 2. Some delay. Now it's fixed. Moves 2, 3, right? So it gives you a sense of the server delay in relation to inventory. Alright, so now if we look at filters, there shouldn't be any. Yes, they should all be on there. Right, give me this. And, yeah, let's put the custodian on my back. Let's load these up here. Place. Place. Alright, then how about pistols? What other... Did I get any pistols? Not really. I mean, I got this rifle, so I'll take that. Oh, I did. I got a coda. Alright. Get a Uberev. Pistol. Yeah, I can go there. Sniper rifle can go there. Great. Uberev, yeah, why not? Oh, look at this. I got a laser pointer. Just wanting that. This is a 2X, which I don't care about all that much. Now, did I get any extra, like, med pens? Yeah. Again. Me. A little bit of useful ammo, but not much. Alright. Clothing, got my security outfit. Armors. Alright, so I've got this venture stuff. A bunch of good-looking armor. That's actually a lot less than I had looted, but I think we lost some of it. Let's close that. What may have happened is that it fell through the docking bay on the 890. Pick me up, please. Ladder. Alright, I'll give it one more try. And then I'm going to blow up my ship. Why not?
Check fire.
No, that was dumb. Probably quite tedious for anybody watching. But you know what? This is the realest Star Citizen experience there is. Oh, elevator. Okay, it's just broken. Just gonna be broken. Probably till we store it and fix everything. And then we're gonna use the cargo bay now. Alright. And we're back in the 890 jump. No more boxes over here, and they're not a bunch floating above us. So my guess is that a lot of that other stuff never left the inventory. And while I'm at it, let's grab another P8. Do I really want to take any of these light armors? They're not great. What I want are the, like, cool pirate armor. Should have left them on the bodies, Quade. Nope. So they're just gone forever then. So what if I, can I just open the door from down here somewhere? Open hangar doors. Yep. I don't think I can put armor back on these guys, huh? No. Alright. Yep. In that case, I'll just take another, Actually, give me another P4. Where's the P4 at? Yeah. Alright, let's go up. Get out of here. Back to Crusader. Oh no. Not close the doors while we're going up. Please don't. Okay. Safe. Let's go put these in the doohickey out here. Just need to remember to buy some ammo as well for these kinds of guns, because I don't have a lot of ammo. Nice. Okay, we're full. So this can just be on the ship. So if I just looked at helmets, what helmets do we actually get? Literally none of the helmets I wanted. I don't know what to do about that. Oh well. Do. Let's call it here today. I'm gonna fly this thing back to Orison, but I'm not doing anything else beyond that. I think we're in a good spot to say victory. Where's my stupid? It's actually kind of dangerous. Full power to weapons.
Check fire. Check fire.
Take a lot of damage. Oh, there it goes. Dang.
Check fire. Check fire.
Die. That's a surprisingly durable ship. Full death it.
Check fire.
Alright. Let's get out of here. I think I've still got Calliope selected. Back to Crusader. Scrap and salvage. What am I doing? What am I doing? Huh. Okay. So that puts us about 2.5 hours. That's, I think, plenty for 318.2. Feels very stable. I wouldn't say the AI is doing that great. The server FPS is also about 5. But everything seemed to work fine, right? We got our drugs smuggled. We did a 890 jump mission in a bunker. I was able to offload some of the cargo, but I think I hit the limit and had stuff start disappearing. Should just throw the bodies on here. But yeah, this is good. Progression has started. Where are we on money? 328,000 credits. Lovely, lovely. So yeah, there you go. I've been Quade. This has been 318.2. Catch you next time.